Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I want to start blasting through all the stuff that's on this bench, get it all done, separated, sorted out. And then we got a roller buggy over there filled. And we got 3 totes of scrap metal right here. 1, 2, and, well, I guess just 2. But 2 nice totes of scrap metal there, roller buggy, full bench of stuff. We got some what would you want to call it? I got a box right here that I have not gone through, and I got this big old case that's at the end of the bench. We're going to go through those 2 items later because I don't even know what's inside of them. I just threw them up here. I don't know what this is either, but it looks like something really old. The box reminds me of something from like the 70s or maybe even the 60s. I have got no clue. It's all leather box, pretty neat, but we'll find out what's in there too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this box to the side. We're going through that later. We're going to go through what we know, what we have, and get it all done. Separated, sorted. I got a portable air conditioner. Plugs into a USB. I don't know. I'm going to set this stuff right over here, out of the way, so I know not to destruct it right away. How about that? All right. This case, the only thing I could say is it's got a number on it, and it says something about lights. It says 299. It's a brass tag too. It's kind of interesting, really. But anyways, got a pile of copper contacts right there. I think I'm going to do those right along with the copper transformers. I think that'll be some good value together. So unfortunately, these are going to stay here just for now until I get enough time to make a video about it. Okay. So I'm just going to throw those over to the side a bit more. There, beautiful. Yeah. All right. We're going to start right here, make a hole, and work to the left and get it all cleared out. I got a couple new snippers from the flea market. Kind of the same ones that I like to use, the garden shears, but I got 2 different styles right here. You got one here that just, you know, it's more of a straight line type garden shear, and then you got this curved one. I've always had good luck with these ones, but I got this one just to try out. They were $3 a piece. I thought it was a good deal. They say made in USA on them. Well, this one says China, but okay. We're gonna start, make a hole, boom, move to the left, clear off the table, clear off the buggy, clear off those 2 totes down there. We go now. Okay. What's this? Basically a piece of sheet aluminum. Okay. We're gonna stomp on it and crush it like a can. Yeah. Sheet. I took a sheet aluminum and put it in the bag. Okay, we got a motor here. Sump pump motor. That's nice. That was a nice cut. These are good shears. Motors are gonna go there. Don't quite sure know how much is in there, but all right, let's get started here. Let's get this copper out of the way, this pipe. Okay. Gotta cut the crap off of it. With sharp shears, you should be able to use these as a knife. I remember doing that when those 2 garden shears I had previously were sharp enough to cut it. I tried that and it works. Yeah. I always like to say, if you don't have to pick up another tool and you can use the same one for multiple uses, that's a useful tool. You know? But yeah, we're just stripping this tape and this foam off this pipe. Sometimes they put layers of tape that you can't quite cut through. So that's when I come in with this shear and kind of just cut the duct tape open. I swear by these garden shears, man. They do work good. They're good. They do their job. They do what they're supposed to do. Well, they do what they're not supposed to do. Cut scrap metal and clean stuff up and cut wires and junk. They're meant for plants. I use them differently, you know. You know. All right, clean number 1 copper. Good start to the morning, you know. Oh yeah, there you go. Get that number 1 in that basket there. I believe this is going to be number 1. That's bare bright. This is number 2 copper. That's brass. Yeah. Okay, aluminum shell. That's gonna go right over. Oop, there. Yep. Number 1 copper again. Gotta love that. Oop. Plastic cap end on this here. Gotta take those off. Duh. All right, some more number 1 copper. I'm just getting all the things out of the way so we can get to the, you know, the other things. I'll probably move on the brass next, or whatever's in front, really. We will go with that. Shell. Man, I love how clean and crisp these new shears. Look at that. Easy. Light wire. Light wire. Yeah. Aluminum wire. That goes right there. Number 1. Ooh, that one's a little different kind of foam on this one. Got some tar on the end of this. Of course we do. Nice. Right. Now what? Oh, remember, I got a computer charger cord that's up here somewhere that I need to save. We got to keep that in mind. This, it's an air duster. I don't think I wanted it anyway. Well, I could throw it in motors, but I'll have to eventually bash it up and pull the motor out if I'm trying to sell it. So if you didn't want to do that, you would be throwing that in probably breakage or tin shred to make your life easier, not harder, you know. Ooh, it doesn't like cutting these ones. Whatever the difference is there, I don't know. Piece of brass. Brass goes here. I see. We'll take the big nippers. Put that free. This aluminum wire is hooked up to this box. Gotta get that out of the way. Yep, all aluminum. Aluminum. Aluminum wire. Uh-oh. Light wire, light wire. This is thermostat wire. Sometimes they got good solid core wire inside, but it's not worth taking apart. You're going to want to sell this as light wire. I mean, that's what I do with it. You can upgrade it, but it's not worth upgrading. So, I think that's our cord right here. Yeah, it is. I should be able to test out those computers that I got now. This is the right cord. And I believe I only found one of these, so we'll make sure that goes inside. Chunk of brass. Okay. Let's nip this off of there. Sure. Anything in there? Of course there is, probably. Probably, maybe. Oh, someone used it as a garbage can. Ah, there is a chunk of brass in there, though. That's cool. 2 chunks of brass. Hitting pay dirt, man. Tin shred. Machine wire. That bucket's getting full over there. This thing, we'll just cut it and tin shred it. Or I could try taking these contacts off. That is possible. I don't think I want to, though. If it breaks off, some of these brackets that hold the contacts in, sometimes they are made of this weird material that breaks easy. Like that, see? To be honest, it kind of breaks like porcelain. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna want to take a flathead real quick and zip that off, and it should pull pretty clean. Ish. We'll see. Little turd. There. Okay, flathead. Like, see, right now, I almost already feel like that wasn't worth doing, because I could be flipping scrap pretty hard right now. But I'm going through this e-scrap. There. Should pop out. There we go. So now we got some e-scrap to play with and some tin shred, right? Alright. Moving on. We are moving on. Transformers, ballast, that type of stuff. Aluminum shell. The ends. And sometimes I like to take the appliance wires and put them all like this so I can cut them a lot faster. That is one thing that I would do. Right, cut these ends off. Skeeters. You see how easy these work? I mean, I'm cutting halfway through the plugs because, well, there's wire running through that other half, and well, if you sell it with half the plug-in, and you do that over and over again, they add up decently in weight. And it still technically has wire running through it, so that's a part of the wire. See, I sell them like that. And then I have plug-ins. I'll put all these in plug-ins and breakers. Plugs and breakers, that's what they call that. If you see one of my last videos, you'll see all about that part. There's breakage right there. Breakage, plugs, ends, that's basically the same box they go in. Right. Sheen wire. Light wire. I hope everybody had like a, you know, a decent weekend and whatnot. I did okay. Beer Bright. Something I think I should say is that I am actually at the moment, or at the point of attempting to make an online shopping thing for my YouTube. I'm not going to say it's going to be open to look at tomorrow or anything, because I literally just signed up for it today. But for the near future, I think I'm going to have an online shop. Piece of brass. Piece of brass. Nice piece of brass. There's all kinds of brass right here. Look at them goodies. But those of you that want to check it out, probably next couple weeks, week or two, possibly. I hope. But basically, that's all I really have to talk about at the moment. So we're gonna dive into this a little bit harder. I'm sure you guys know what that means. Time lapse. Okay, all right. I see. Yes. Transformers. Is that worth it? James. Where is this? Yeah. What the heck? Yeah, they're falling apart already. Here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. I like that. Mm, whatever. Okay. Mason, stay out here. I know you're chasing squirrels. You gotta do a squeaky ball, okay? You don't get a squeaky ball. You messing around. Ouch! Holy crap, that thing getting pretty hard. Okay, whatever. 100% clean 6061 right there. Next time I will be getting 6061 price for it being clean. I think I can clean those up easily.
The chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm back, mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Nope. There. That's what I was wanting. Taking a break. Alright, right where we left off. We're going to continue on these. I didn't really explain exactly what these are, but these are light track systems. You can put this along your ceiling and you can clip on light fixtures wherever you go. There's open bare copper on the inside of these. And what these are is extruded aluminum copper in it. So what we do is we try to extract that copper and then sell this as number 9 and then move on. You know, what's better than having items that are all aluminum and all copper? To me, those are a couple of nice non-ferrous metals. And I think it's, you know, within my best interest to break them down. I've tried various numbers of ways of getting the copper out, like the fastest, I guess you could say, yeah. And sometimes you can swing these around and you can get the copper to slide out just enough to grab it with pliers, or you can smack on one side like that, and sometimes you get lucky. Like that was unlucky. I smacked it on here last time. There, I got one. So they come with plastic stripping on the inside. As a piece of number 9 should be, it has some dirty onto it. So we just pull the copper out, leave the rest in. Like that. Okay, other side. Boom. And that's basically tapping the plastic tracking out, which holds the copper into it, right? Just trying to find an easier way to get it out. Right there. I just use taps, jolts, fart effect swings like that. Like that. And they work. Do what's best for you. Sometimes you can even just not even smack it and use that. See, look at that, how that slipped out of there. You can probably try to swing it like, so you don't want to go that way. Nope. Plenty of fart effects though, but that's one way of doing it. You can try to get at this plastic track and push on it and this and that with certain things, but sometimes just a good old-fashioned tap is your best shot. Get it to move around. There, see? If you can get them out far enough, you don't even need tools to open these up. But now, this is still number 9 because they'll call it painted, probably. But now we need to get this loose. You know, and you can go about that any way you want, really. I mean, I'm just gonna like try to tap it and see if I can get it to come out one side. I don't think that's gonna work for me. You can take the plastic track and bust it open, which maybe I would recommend this because that seemed to be the easiest. And then try to pull it out, or you can rip it out this way, but it's a lot tougher to go against the grain of that track. But you can probably, you know, if you can pull on it hard enough, get it to rip out that way. It's really tough to do. You try to get the copper to slide out the track the right way is probably your best shot. That's one way of doing it. Not my favorite way, obviously. There. So you can do it that way, but really try to get it to come out naturally the way it slid in the track. You can get any kind of tool down in there to help push the copper. You might be in luck. These ones seem to be stuck. That's always a problem. But if you can manipulate the track and try to still continue pulling it out that way, do it. Try it. Whatever's easiest for you, really. I hate telling people what to do, but if any of this info is useful to you, well, that's what I'm trying to provide here. Look at that. The plastic is melted right to the copper track itself. definitely. Yeah, it's got meltage. It's melted everywhere. It's fused to the plastic, so I guess that might have to be a reason why you'd have to pull it out like this. Right? Get a good grip on it. It's literally chewing through the plastic track and putting off strings of plastic. It takes a little bit of effort to pull on that. But if that's the only choice you got, do it. If you can, you know? Okay, I got that one pulled up, but probably better for you to stand on it so you got a good grab onto the track and the copper. Separate it like that, possibly. There. I'm pulling about 40 pounds of pull to get this to move. See that? So much that it warms the copper up. It heats it up real fast. Okay, I got this bee buzzing around me. Hey, honeybee, you gotta go. You know? Alright, one more. We got one last one here. Try to get him to move. Nice. I got the copper to move. I'll be able to leave the track inside this one. See that? That's how you want to try to get it to go. You can try smacking it with a hammer on one side, and that might move the copper before you can get a pull on it, or you know, whatever. In this case, all three of them came out. So now you got aluminum and all your copper right here. And I think you can probably put this stuff in bare bright, because technically it is a wire. Yeah, I'd put that in bare bright. So yeah, pull a pound or two of copper out before you turn it in as dirty number 9 extruded. How about that? So you get 2 non-ferrous metals from a product of 1. You know, that's a good upgrade. This is car stuff. I think these are speaker covers and stuff like that, but I checked it. They're stainless steel, so we'll make a quick assortment of that. Yeah, all stainless. There's more. There. All right. I don't know what these are. Magnetic is what they are. That's also stainless. All that's stainless. Cool. Appreciate y'all watching today. I'm going to try to get a scrap run in tomorrow, and then tomorrow's Wednesday, so we go out again. So we'll do a scrap yard run and late night picking all in one video. I think that's gonna be my goal. We're gonna try to do it that way. Because I go out twice a week, I gotta have 2 videos of going out, and then I gotta have the rest of the videos being processing and turning this stuff in. See what I mean? Bunch of wire. Some fixtures. This is a piece of stainless steel. This piece here, if I can get it out. Nice. Yeah. Stainless. Let's put all the tchotchkes right over here. Yeah. Number 9. More stainless. Stainless. All right. All this gold and stainless. You know, I got a bag for that right over here too. Okay, let's go with these. I think that's brass. No, it's gonna be stainless or aluminum. I think it's aluminum. Yeah, we'll just pop it off and throw it in cast. I think that's what that is. Stainless for sure. I don't know what else is going to be all in here that's worth grabbing, but we'll check into it. We're going to do both of them at the same time. Sheet. That's cast. Good. It's good. I'm going to try to narrow down the pile just a little bit. ADR, you don't need to stop. I'm going to right there with that brush for now. Alright, let's just start this. It's too loud on you. I can't roll it. Got it. You want to set the board off? Jeez. Sorry. Okay, it's okay. Get off. Just leave. This one take this. Now let's do this. I don't know why I'm just fast. Where's this? We got it. So cool. I always see much and this is breakage. I mean, when you start doing, yeah, that's cool. But I'm gonna ditch this one. And this is basically aluminum. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I got a couple massive pockets of aluminum gas in there, so we're not gonna strip away now. But we're gonna get out. I'm gonna video on just doing that. Preparing for the chopper. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna go here, okay? And you're gonna grab a bucket from the waste up, and you're gonna throw all that aluminum gas in there. So we can do over just do this stuff. Okay. That'll be short video. We got a bunch of this stuff. So that's nice. We all have to wait in the chopper here. So what I'm gonna do. So okay. I can do some water out and pour it in here. Now go to the chopper run. Now go down to my control station ready. So we'll do your fresh gas, water, and then bring this stuff. Okay. Well, I'm gonna run these ones. We're going to we're going to stress. Basically, don't stress. And it was it's pretty low. You know, I'm not sure. I guess. I could be more than something. We'll go with your face. So, keep it in the front. Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to get the strap out here. Go back in. So, yeah, smash. So, go back. I thought we would. See that one or it's not one. But you see, I have a couple of weeks. I go more with that and get one else. Is that all right? Motors. Got the motors. Okay. I need more. Don't put much on. Okay. We're doing it. Try to do something wrong with it. Okay, let's start with this stuff. You know what, I'm going to keep changing up right now. And I'll go into that. I hope it's all in this. Yeah, you do it. Just depending on the process. Yeah. I should go outside and install that and keep moving. Or, I have the same stuff. That will go through. I did this on my face. I'll take it off. Basically. Those are pretty tiny. Alright. I know this. I'm just going to process a bit. I see my standard. And it's going to go through that. We're halfway on video. What I'm doing is I'm working. I look over and guy, and then I go in the garden and edit that fish. That's going to be very quite nice. We're going to do that.
Alright, we're on to the heat change. For sure. Get these bad boys over here. It looks like it's almost all Phillips screws, which is pretty sweet. Gosh, they're heavy. I'm hoping there's something good in these. There's gotta be. I want to take this part off first. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. All right then. Let's get a Phillips onto the bit. Get to the bit. We need the bits. Right there. They're rusty looking. I left them in the rain. I was working in the rain, honestly, the other day. We're about to find out if these are worth it or not. I mean, the outside tells me that it's worth it. A lot more than that Bosch that we messed with last week. That thing was a nightmare. Piece of cast. Oh, what do we got? It's about to tell us. Anything good? What do we got? I'm pretty sure it's all stainless. Yeah, stainless. No, it's magnetic. All of it is. Well, I can't say all of it. I gotta see this other side. But that's kind of a letdown. There's also magnetic things going on there, but it's not magnetic. Oh, it is. That is too. Oh man, this isn't looking good, guys. I know this cast aluminum has got to be cast aluminum, obviously. We're gonna try to get into that now and see what we got. At least we're getting an idea of what we want to go for on these. I hope this next section isn't stainless steel also. That would suck. That would put me on the ledge of wanting to grab these or not, because they take up a lot of space. But there's so many different ones that are varying. How do you know which one's got the good stuff in it, right? So you're on the fence and you got something to think about of if you should take these or not, because you know that we now know that some of these are not that great, right? I'm gonna probably end this freaking video with figuring out if this is good or not. All those are unscrewed. Grab Mr. Hammer. This one's been sealed with, I don't know what it is, but I think, yep, I got more screws to deal with on this side. We're gonna flip this a Rubik's Cube around until it's done. That's in the way. I can change that. Got some right here. Okay, how we doing? Yeah, there's some stuff right here in the way. We got to take this plastic off now. Might have been a wise decision to do that first. I don't know. I don't know yet. Okay. Now, this has got to be the tank or something. Dude, this thing is probably all steel inside. Yeah, it's magnetic. Shoot. The only thing that's worth anything is this cast housing. We're going to take it and remember that there's very little to be harvested that's of any great value in these. Man, it's not letting me in. Let me in! Damn it. What's up? Get the hatchet. I should be able to separate it right from here too, even. There's no screws holding it. There they go. Come on, give me something good in there, please. So, this is all steel, this whole freaking thing. It is. It is. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Scrap. Good to know, I suppose. Got good pieces of cast aluminum coming off it, but really not all that much weight in cast. So this thing is not copper at all. Oh, well, that seems to be a non-ferrous piece. But everything else is kind of magnetic. Is the bottom of that copper? I don't think it is. It's going to be all stainless steel. I'm guessing probably that's what this thing is. I do see some surface rust onto it. But, see, if it is stainless, it's going to be a different series. It's only lightly magnetic. I'm going to throw it in stainless and see what they think about it. You know? They'll call me out on it if I'm wrong. Okay, cast right here. Oh, this piece, this top piece is also cast. We got to get this crap up out of there. Oh, can I break some of this? There. Now can I get in on it? Yeah. That's the ticket right there. Well, that's definitely magnetic. I'm trying to get it off now. Okay. Another piece of cast. There. Sometimes you gotta pull the bags up some or they stop staying in the position you want them to be in. Yeah. All right. So there's nothing really good in these besides aluminum and possibly stainless steel. I forgot which series of stainless steel can be slightly magnetic. I know it's going to be the lower grade one. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. We got one more. Or you know what, guys? This is the exact same copy of what we just did. I have no... it makes no sense to show you to take apart the same thing again. So, I'm starting to really sweat bullets out here. I got the bench cleaned off. I got both totes done. Basically, one last thing we have to do over here is the power buggy. Or not the power buggy, but the roller buggy, okay? That is the next thing I want to scrap out. We can even do these window screens real quick. I've been wanting to do these for a while, but I'm getting upset at them now, so they gotta go. We don't want them. Disassemble, disassemble. Yeah, these don't take long. If you put them in a stack and push downward on an angle on one of the corners, you'll be able to just fold them all up like I did. And then just the hardest part is just pulling the screens off. But when the frame is all disconnected, the screen gets super weak. See that? It's coming apart. This is an alternative other than cutting the screens open. You know, cut each individual screen open or just split the whole stack and then rip the screen off. It's up to you. But look, nice pile of aluminum. I don't regret not doing it. That's gonna go right here and extruded without tearing the bag. Beautiful. Hope everybody has a great day. This is going to be it for me right now. I might come out and sort out that roller buggy. It's mainly all bagged up aluminum on the bottom, and then we have clean-ish extruded. Still going to go in number 9. And then some patio furniture, and I think a few other little things in between, but not too specifically sure yet. And we're gonna take this apart too. This is just a slab of 6061, or is there a 6062 dirty? Is that a price too that we could do instead of just getting extruded aluminum? Isn't there a 6062? I'm curious. I'm gonna look that up later, but that's what we got going on for the rest of the day. We're just gonna unscrew this plate, pop these brass chunks off, take this freaking nightmare apart, and then we're gonna sort out that roller buggy that basically just has the things I just explained. Aluminum, copper wire, and the wire is already separated in that. So tear this last screen apart and clean up my area. But thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate all the comments. I love reading them and getting back to them. Usually it takes me right around within 24 hours to actually get back to the comments, but you know, believe me, I am definitely reading them and answering them in due time though, because I have busy schedule all the time, you know. And my main priority is to actually scrap this stuff out and get paychecks, because I'm doing this full time, guys. Full time. I don't have any other income. So this is what is happening here now, okay? And I gotta make sure I'm set financially and that I am building on to what I need, and continue making videos for you guys. I enjoy doing that. I like it. I like video editing. I think it's fun. I'm finding more ways of kind of making it funnier-ish. You know. And if it's not your kind of humor, I'm sorry. I'm only doing what I'm learning next, honestly. I don't know everything about editing and YouTube and this and that, so it's a learning curve, and there's trial and error involved, and I'm okay with this, you know. Some of the choices I make aren't good ideas, and you guys are able to let me know that in the comments. But tell me what you want to see and I'll try to accommodate that. But what I have to do is what I have to do to move on a good time schedule, keeping things sorted and organized the way I want it, and do it because it's, to me, I feel like it's the easiest route, you know. Sometimes I don't scrap out small stuff. Sometimes I avoid it at all costs, I do, you know. And that happens. Okay, these are napkin dispensers. Are they stainless? No! No! I fail. It's tin shred. Okay. Yeah. right there. Now we're starting to get really finished up. Now there's a sealed transformer encased in resin right there. I'm gonna send that in as is. I'm not taking that apart. I've done it before. If you guys want to watch that in the last some of the last videos, probably 4 or 5 months ago, go back that far, and you'll find me trying to jackhammer those things open, giving it my best shot. You know, I did like 5 of them that day, working really hard to get them opened and cleaned up enough, just to find out that only 1 out of the 5 was copper. The other 4 all aluminum. I had to sell it back to the scrapyard at breakage price. Yeah, that was a lesson learned. I didn't make no money on it, and I sweated fairly hardcore for about 6 hours that day on that project, finding out that that was a terrible idea to open those, because 1, it's a gamble. You don't know what's in there. It's encased in steel. What are you gonna do? You're gonna drill it to find out if it's aluminum or copper in the center? You're gonna waste the time to do that? Or, I mean, I don't buy them. I'll take them for free, and then I'll sell them to the scrapyard personally as aluminum breakage, because I'm not gonna open up no more of those. My experience told me that I almost had a damn heart attack opening up five of those in a row, to find out I didn't make any money anyway. It was kind of cool. I was making a lot of noises for a while, so I mean, that's all that came of that. I didn't make no profit. Check it out. I couldn't even tell you what title it is. You guys would really have to just go look for it. There will be signs, you know, but I gotta go. I gotta get in the AC a little bit, and then, well, we did pretty darn good over here, but to call it really good, really good, is I got this, it's this basket of wire that needs to get gone through. Anything that's too small to screw with, I'm gonna throw it in a category calling it wires with plugs. And they'll give me an you know, accommodating price for that specific category. Instead of sitting there for an hour picking those little ends off, I'm not doing it. I could spend an hour sorting out that roller buggy and get everything ready and prepared for the scrapyard tomorrow, or spend an hour cleaning this up to make like $3 extra. What do you think I'm gonna do? What would you do? Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Tell me your thoughts. You can upgrade every category to something, probably, you know, one way or another. You have to value your time, and I can't preach that enough. They make categories at scrapyards for reasons like that, so you're still able to bring it in and get it recycled. Isn't that the main point? Or you know, you could just get fussy scrapping little tiny things, making no money, when there's always bigger, better scrap ready to acquire. I mean, you know, spend an hour on this little bucket, or spend an hour and finish up your scrap out so you have something to turn in tomorrow. What do you think? One or the other. But anyways, thanks for watching. It is just definitely muggier than all heck right now. Canadian wildfires are affecting our air quality again. If you look far enough in a distance in any direction, it's just fog. It looks foggy. It's not fog, it's smoke. But I mean, I wish there was a simpler way to put the fire out, you know, turn like a month-long burning process into, you know, one day it's put out. Kept asking myself that. I mean, they got helicopters and planes that dump mass quantities of water. Why can't we just, heck, even the US chipping, why can't we just put like 10,000 planes in the air carrying 10,000 gallons of water each and just start dumping away? Cut the flames off or something. I don't know. Get a guy out there with a garden hose or something. I don't, you know. I'm just rambling on now at this point, but wouldn't that be feasible to get 1,000, 2,000, or 10,000 planes holding water and go and put the fire out? Is that too much cost-wise to do for it to possibly fail? I mean, y'all got, if you're all in planes, y'all got aerial views of the fire, like, quite nicely. If you're flying over it, why not dump water on it? Helicopters got dumpers like that too. And I know there's many airplanes enough between US and Canada to make something like that happen, you know. But think about that subject and just sit there and think and wonder to yourself, why is the fire still burning over there? You'd think after all these years we had technology to find a way to put it out, right? Just saying. I know what's on fire up there is in areas where people don't really live, but it's affecting other people's around you, you know. I'm not blaming you for the fire. We catch on fire over here all the time too, but your wildfires are like wildfires, man. They like burn for months. What? You know, it's a smoke hazard, they say. Smoke hazard. Well, isn't there a way to put the hazard out? It doesn't really affect me as much, but I notice that a lot of people stay indoors when there's smoke like this. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me as much. I mean, you know, I got holes through the floor of my car and it just leaks exhaust into the damn car all the time. I gotta drive the windows down and just, you know, hang my head out the window every now and then, and I'm good. But other people, it really bothers. I don't know. There's nothing I can do to help it. But I'm gonna quit my rambling like right now, okay? I'm gonna turn the cameras off. I'm gonna go inside and cool down. Probably jump back out here and work on this. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. So, all right, taking another break. Oh, whoa, a little dizzy. Taking another break. Peace. Or peace. Or thumbnails. How about this? Make it about this heat exchanger, like. Or
Oh yeah! Wow! Oh yeah!
that might be a funny one.
What a fuck! What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
All right, I'm done screwing around, but that's good. One of those are gonna be my thumbnail, I think. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oopa, oopa. Value your time, everybody. Like I just did. Some of you may have taken that apart. I said no thank you. Is it a squirrel? Where's a squirrel? Is it in this one? Huh? Where's the squirrel? Where is it? It's up there. You get him. He's up there. He's up there. Mason, he's up there. Look, look. Oh. It's a squirrel. Where's the squirrels? Oh. They must be over here. There he is. There's the squirrel. Get him. Where's the squirrel? Where's that squirrel at? Let's go get him. Come on. Come on. There he is. I'm just messing with him. All right.